Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Tuesday, November 19th, and we are here trying to help you make better financial decisions. We do that by encouraging you to get in touch with us. You know what? It's so easy. It really is. All you need to do is go to our website, jillonmoney.com. Click that contact us button and a form pops up. And when that form is up, boy, it's so easy. All you do is you complete the form. And if you want to join us live, you check that box and Mark will do everything else. Isn't that, I mean, he is the best. It's incredible. And I love it when you come on the air. Of course, we do emails from time to time, but I am very clear that when you come on the air, it's a really a fun experience. We'll change your name if you want to. Don't worry. And we often will ask a follow-up question that maybe you didn't even think of. So sometimes we don't get to do that. So if you're shy, change your name, change your location. It's okay. And we will keep we'll keep your privacy intact. We promise. Well, while you are on our website, right as you're ready to finish clicking off and saying, the contact us button, I did it. I sent the note. Don't forget to sign up for the free weekly newsletter. Check out my book, The Great Money Reset. I just did a couple of great public seminars about the book. And boy, it went so well. It just reminds me how much fun that book is. The Great Money Reset, 10 Bold Steps to Turn Chaos into Opportunity. You should check it out. Okay, today we are joined by Kay, who is on the line from Northern California. Hello, Kay. How are you? It's very mysterious with your one initial.
Hello, Jill. Hello, Mark. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
Of course. So what's going on?
We are in the process of we're putting our retirement plan in place.
Okay.
We are looking to retire potentially in the next maybe 3 to 4 years.
Okay.
And we've accumulated enough assets, I think, to allow us to do that. And ideally, I just want to be able to have a second set of eyes taking a look at what we've got.
All right. I love it. Who's the we in this, Kay? Is there a spouse?
My wife.
Okay. And are you both working full time?
We are currently.
Okay. So how much do you guys earn?
We have a W-2 of $42,600 each.
40. That's funny. Both?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Enterprise.
I have to say, that's a little bit strange, and I love it. That's hysterical. Okay.
There is a reason for that, and we can get into it if you like.
You guys, because you guys are working at the same place, was it love in the workplace?
It's the same company. We own the company. We started
I see.
Together.
Okay. So do you have employees?
We do. We've got
how many?
6.
Wow. That's impressive. And so that's your W-2, but do you also get some sort of dividend or profit or something like that?
K1 money, because we are an S Corp. We usually get that at the end of the year. And it depends. It could go up, it could go down. But I would say that probably the between the two of us, it's about $100,000 a year.
Okay. And does the company have a retirement plan in place?
We do. We currently started a simple IRA. Because the previous solo 401k that we had did not allow us to provide the incentive to our employees.
Right.
So we put that aside, and then now we've got a simple IRA.
Okay. How much money is in the old solo 401k? You can do a combined or each, whatever's easier for you.
There's a little bit of a twist to that. We took the money out of the 401k and put it into a regular or traditional IRA.
Okay, sure. You rolled it over. That's fine. Okay, and so the traditional, how much is in there?
It's about 1.7.
Okay, between the two of you?
Between the two of us.
Okay, got it. All traditional, not been taxed yet, right?
Has not been taxed yet, correct.
Okay. Any Roth assets?
We do. We have a Roth each, one of us, and it's about a $300,000 combined.
Okay. Got it. And in the simple, sounds like that's fairly new. So what's the balance if you add it both of yours?
It's about 30,000.
Now, is that it for the retirement assets, a traditional IRA, a Roth, and the simple?
We also, I don't know if you want to consider the health savings account or retirement account.
Yeah, sure.
So it's about 15. And then there's also a brokerage account.
Yes.
And then the brokerage account currently sits at about, 950.
Oh, that's good.
We have an emergency fund.
Mm-hmm.
It's a high yield savings account. It's approximately 85,000.
And do you have some kids or no kids? What do we got?
We have a kid, and our kid is currently in college, and she has a 529 that is currently fully funded.
Oh, great.
She could go to undergrad and grad school. That's just about 208 right now.
What? Wow. Is she in state school right now or private?
She is in state.
Is that why there's so much money in there that she's like, I'll go do state and then I'll save some of the money for grad? Did you have that conversation?
I think that it was very organic in how it all came about.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, the entire time that she was in lower school, it was a private school. And then eventually she went to a private school up in the northwest rather. And then it was too big. It was too big of a school. So she decided to go to a smaller school, that's where she is now.
That's amazing. Is it your belief that she'll finish up there? And there could be leftover money if she doesn't go to grad school, right?
That is true. And we had a conversation about, because she does have a Roth account and she has a brokerage account and she has a health savings account. So we talked about the fact that maybe if there is money left over after she has finished her grad school, she could usually move that money to her Roth account.
Well, up to $35,000.
Correct.
Right. Okay. But she's in great shape. You're happy. Everything's good. Excellent.
That is correct.
How old are you and how old is your wife?
I'm 64 and my wife is 58.
When you are talking about retirement in 3 to 4 years, because you own your own company, I'm just wondering, what happens to the value of that company? Do you sell it to your employees? Do you just shut it down? How do you think about that?
That's a fantastic question. So we are in the process of putting a framework around this. The idea would be for 2 of the employees to gradually purchase the company, the assets of the company. And then using this framework, we would then hope to receive money from 2028 until about 2035, which is my RMD age.
Yes.
Of about $21,000 each. $21,000 for my wife and $21,000 for myself.
Okay. So $42,000 a year. Let's say if you just were kind of being really pessimistic and said, if it falls through, it doesn't work. What would plan B be? Would it just be shut it down?
We would probably then sell it to someone else. We would not shut it down. It's a business that is depending. It's a neighborhood business, right? Okay. And probably because of the years that we have been in business, it's not so easy to say we're shutting the doors down.
I see. Okay, got it. All right, fine.
So someone will buy it, even if it is for $1. Someone will buy it.
It has some value. It'll be something. Correct. Okay.
Correct. So the business value at the moment is approximately $400,000, right? Okay. $400,000. So two separate shops, $200,000 each.
Okay, got it. And so right now, if you look at the 3 to 4 years, that would be continuing would the transition occur starting like next year, or would the transition would occur in 3 to 4 years and then continue until you're age 75?
That is correct. So it will be starting in early 2028.
I got you. Okay. Do you guys own your own home? I presume yes.
We do. We do own our home, and it's paid for.
How much is it worth?
It's about 1.5.
And any other property?
We do not have any other property except vehicles, but that's about it.
Okay. So all of this is to say sounds like you're in great shape. What do you think you need to live on?
In rough estimates, it will be about $10,000 a month.
Okay. What's your Social Security benefit look like? So
it depends on when I take it, right?
I know, I hear you, but let's presume you're not going to take it at let's look at 67 and 70 just for fun. Do you have longevity in your family, or are you any illness?
That's a fantastic question. Yes, there is longevity in my family. My grandfather passed when he was 95.
Oh, my God. Your grandfather.
Yeah. And then,
all right. So what's your Social Security benefit at 67 and 70?
So at 67, it's approximately, and this is just rough numbers from the website, right?
Yeah,
so
sure.
67 is about 30,000 a year. It's like $2,500 a month, which will then put my wife at 62, and hers is about 1,700.
Okay. And what about yours at 70?
Mine at 70 is a different number, but not by much. It's about $38,000 a year.
Well, wait a minute. That isn't a lot.
You think?
It's a lot. Well, only in that it's a guarantee, and it is an increase that, gives you that, some about 8% a year almost for waiting. And it also gives you this interesting window of opportunity, I think, to start getting some of the money out of your retirement account. Because, look, we have an issue right now for you guys. I mean, you're in great shape. So big picture, you can do whatever you want. You can retire in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. You got plenty of money.
Can they move to Spain? Because that's what they want to do.
Oh, maybe. Let's see. I mean, at 10 grand a month, I don't think that there's a big issue here. There are some looming tax issues that are floating around here because you've got that traditional IRA, right?
Right.
And that money has not yet been taxed. So there is as Ed Slott would call it, the ticking tax time bomb, which is, Uncle Sam is going to make you start taking money out of that account, as you know, at age 75.
Right.
My question is, should we start getting money out of that sooner? And should we be thinking about converting some of that? And if you actually do want to move someplace else or do some travel, or the 10,000 a month is really more like 15,000 a month, I guess the question is, should we convert some of that traditional money, or because he's got a ton of money in the brokerage account, or should we just start withdrawing some of it? The K1 distribution is something you probably have some control over, right?
Correct.
You probably have lots of expenses, and that's all well and good. If I looked at your bottom right-hand corner of your tax return, I wonder what it would say for your married filing jointly income. Would it be over 200,000? Maybe not.
Maybe not. Yeah.
Okay. So that sort of makes you your top bracket being 22%. The question is, should we start pulling money out over the next few years, before you're 75, and start paying the tax at 22, maybe make it 24%, and get the money out? Because the reason why this is the ticking tax bomb is that traditional IRA, if you don't start to get some of the money out, will compound.
Right.
And what will happen is you're young and you're healthy and you do have good life expectancy. So if we let that run for 10 years, Mark, what's a 1.7 million in 10 years without doing a thing to the traditional IRA? It's got to be, 3.5, 4, no?
It's definitely 3.
So
conservatively, it's 3.
Conservatively, it's 3. It's probably 3.5. And so if you think about it, like, let's look at it just for giggles. If
Sure.
you say, okay, it's $3.5 million, right? And the $3.5 million, we would be forced to, at your age 75, to take 140 grand out. Now, that 140 would be added to your Social Security benefit, which would already now put you in the 24% bracket anyway. I am saying that I think there is a rational approach to this that would try to take some of the money out of that traditional IRA so this problem does not continue to compound. If you want to move to Spain, or if you want to have a good time and you want to do this, I'd love for you to have some more of flexibility in terms of your lifestyle, which is fine, but also I want to make sure that we're not keeping you on track to pay a huge, or not even have to. Of course, you don't have to pay the taxes that you have less control over the tax liability that you're incurring.
I follow.
Okay. So I think I would start thinking about that. And I would also maybe talk to you work with a CPA?
We do, yes.
I think you should talk to the CPA about this also, just in terms of, is there any reason why we should perhaps figure out how to defer some of that K1 income so you could take some more money out, or maybe keep a lid on it, or maybe it's reinvested. I don't know what. I'm really now making things up,
Sure,
but so that you could get more money out of your retirement account. But you could say to him, we're really trying to get some of the money out of our retirement account so that we stay in the top bracket of 24%. Can you help us plan around that? How would we do that? I think that's probably better than converting at this point. You've got 10 years, so you got time.
So the idea then, if I'm understanding this correctly, is instead of considering converting Roth money to a Roth account, just take the money directly from the traditional and do whatever.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yes, exactly right. So tell me more about the Spain adventure. I'm excited. So, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
Well, we try to live a little. So
yeah.
Our plan is to basically rent our home here in California, right?
Okay.
Then use that money or that income to cover the rent while we live in Spain.
Okay.
And it will probably be between 2028 and 2000. So 2 years. I ran some numbers, and we ran some numbers, and we realized that it's probably less expensive and even more fun to go to Spain, rent a place, then travel from Spain, use Spain as headquarters, if you want, the base, right?
Yeah, sure.
And from there, go via train, plane, automobile, whatever, to different places within Europe. Right.
I love it. I mean, I wouldn't go crazy. Yes, you can rent out, but rent to somebody you trust, and don't try to you know what I mean? It's not so much you need to stick to this very close budget, but
right.
What you do need to do is make sure that no one is screwing with your nice $1.5 million asset, also known as your house, while you are out of the country. So to me, it would be more important. So less important that you extract the maximum amount of money. More important for sure that you are able to actually have somebody in there that you're like, okay, this is a real person. This is someone I trust. It's going to be okay. And do that instead, because you have plenty of money at this point, man. You do.
All right.
You're in great shape. And I am not even counting the business. Even if you had to fire sale the business for $200,000 today,
right.
You're fine. It's all good. But the only thing that I see in here that's a little bit hanky is that time horizon on the retirement account that hasn't been taxed yet. And if you want to go out and do your fun thing in Spain, go for it. I think why not?
Yeah.
You've done the hard work, right?
It's true. It's absolutely true.
Thanks so much for getting in touch with us, Kay, and we appreciate it. I'm excited to see all the photos from our new house in Spain. Mark and I will be happy to visit. So Mark, put that down on our calendar, our offsite meeting for Jill on Money of 2029 in Spain with Kay and his wife. I'm sure they'll be happy to have us. If you are seeking some guidance on your future, give us a shout. Go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button, and of course, let us know if you'd be willing to come on the air with us live. Don't forget to sign up for the free weekly newsletter on the website at JillOnMoney.com, and you can check out all the great content that lives there. We are so grateful that you are subscribing to us and paying $35 for Jill on Money Live, all that fun stuff, and pass around the show. This is a word of mouth kind of show, so we are very grateful to you. You can subscribe to us on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Please leave us a rating and review wherever you listen. Don't forget to put your hands on someone's back, either physically or metaphorically. Someone needs a pat on the back or a boost up. Don't forget it. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.